Hello everyone. Today we are here to introduce International Students Culture Shock, and I'm Anqi Wang. So, as more and more students want to study abroad, we think that it is necessary to introduce what is culture shock and how to solve it. So, in the first picture, we can see that different attitude and different events during the culture shock. And in the second picture, we can see there's a difference between the Eastern people and the Western people. So, what is culture shock? Culture shock is an experience when a person moves to a new cultural environment, which is familiar to almost every international student. And during the culture shock, it has four stages, which is the honeymoon stage, the crisis stage, the recovery stage, and the adjustment stage. And this picture just each stages have different moon. And the first stages is the honeymoon stage. So in this stage, it's just I love it so much, and everyone is so nice. So international students just arrive in the U.S. and they feel really excited about the new things around them, and they also feel interesting about the difference and the similarity between the U.S. and their own country. And so I think they need to have the positive expectation of the new life. And after they arrive the country, and I think they need to find some new things to do, such as make new friends and do some sports. And the second stage is the crisis stage. So in this stage, they just begin to focus on the difference of culture, but not much more about similarity. And students will feel bored with their life and sometimes feel alone, and they think no one can understand them. So it is important that students need to face the fear, and they need to try their best to learn more things and to manage their time properly to improve their life. So, and the stage three is the recovery stage. So, in this stage, students just think, as long as I'm here, I will make the most of it. So, they begin to recover their life and have a positive attitude. They also think they need to do better in this play and have a better life. And in the last stage is the adjustment stage. So at that time, students have already accommodated the new condition, and they can quickly solve the problems by themselves. So now students can keep exploring the culture, and they have already have the normal life just like other people. And they also need to keep in touch with their family and their old friends. I think they will have a nice future in the foreign country. So this is four stages of the culture shock.
Hi there, I am Wen Jingfu, and now let me give you the presentation about the examples of culture shock among international students. When international students start their college life in the university, they have to deal with many things, such as people, society, and behavior changes in order to adapt to the new environment. The challenges they are going to confront can be categorized into three aspects: academic, social, and culture. Okay, first, academic barrier. The interaction and communication difficulties might happen in the classroom. Sayuri, the international student from Japan, complained that grading system is different from her hometown. For example, they wanted her to present her point of view directly rather in a complicated way. She felt that although she tried her best, she still needed time to get used to the American education style. In America, professors sometimes ask their students to show their thoughts boldly in classes or in their assignments. Many international students do not get used to it. However, as the old said, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Follow the instruction, you will improve your critical skill and development thinking skill. Okay, second, social barrier. International students face difficulties not only in the classes, but also in their social life, like Chen experienced. Chen, the international student from Taiwan, described her awkward experience in the US. Chen received a card and a gift from her friend at a Christmas party. Chen usually doesn't open the gifts in front of others or read the blessing card aloud. Chen felt embarrassed when Chen's friend asked Chen to open the gift and read out the card. In my view, the gift-giving interaction is vastly different in the US from many international students' home country. In Western culture, it is adaptable to open a gift immediately to show appreciation. However, people in the Eastern culture are not used to open gifts in front of other people. Next, the cultural barrier. Cultural shock was experienced by the international students due to different types of beliefs and value systems, like Omar experienced. Omar, the international student from Saudi Arabia, said that some of his friends do not like international students. He doesn't know why, but it made him to feel that he might not welcome by them. I know some countries have ethnocentrism. International students will always suffer from prejudice and discrimination from others in their academic and social lives. Many students cry that American peers always not understand their background and they always make conclusions for them. All in all, it is a hard time when international students are experiencing culture shock. However, when we learn to face it properly, it all becomes a positive power to help with your growth. Good luck!
This is Liu Yunwang, and I'd like to talk about how to overcome culture shock. There are 5 ways to overcome academic culture shock. 1. Know more about your academic destination before, which means to search more information from school for academic system, curriculum, and teaching methods. Before you go to OSU, you can ask your advisor for help in case to prepare for your future. 2. Communicate with family and old friends, which means you can chat with your parents and your friends to decrease the feeling of loneliness. 3. Communicate with teachers and classmates. After arriving at OSU, you should talk with your teachers and classmates and ask them questions. 4. Care about your physical and mental health. Take a rest when you are tired. Life on campus is busy, but it doesn't mean you have to study all day. 5. Be confident and patient. You may find it difficult for you to adapt to the new culture in OSU. Don't worry. Be patient and give yourself more time to adjust to a new culture. Now, let's talk about how to overcome social culture shock. 1. Prepare before you leave, which means before departure, learn more about the new culture. You can search information on OSU website. Read all emails sent by Office of International Affairs clearly. 2. Build new relationships. This means you should not only keep communicating with your old friends, but also make friends with locals. 3. Master verbal and non-verbal communication, which means to improve your verbal communication ability, such like oral English, and also to improve your non-verbal communication ability, such as emotional communication. 4. Resolve conflict. Conflicts and troubles are common for everyone when they are in a new culture. Be confident and patient, and you will solve all the problems finally. Also, I asked some international students from OSU for some suggestions to overcome culture shock, and they gave me some small tips. Now I'd like to share with you. First, be polite to different cultures. There are many behaviors you may not understand after you arrive in the America. And do not be rude. You should be respect to others, and then they will be respect to you. Second, try more new things. You can make friends with your group mates, walking around the campus with them, so you can be familiar with the circumstance. 3. Ask seniors who come from the same country as you for help. If you still can't fit in the new environment, ask seniors for help. They may give you some suggestions and help you.
To conclude, if you treat culture shock as one of the barriers in achieving success, you are trying to overcome it rather fear it. Like the old said, Nothing is difficult if you put your heart into it. It is important for us to adjust our mentality and be prepared before we leave. We need to try our best to fit into the environment and get along with our professors, classmates, and friends. This will be the ending of our presentation. So far, I hope this video could help you understand the idea of culture shock and adapt it optimistically.